Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome to a brand new series of City Skylines. We are going to plan by commission and fill up the region of Chaos County over here. It is going to be a planning by commission series, so you are always welcome to throw in your suggestions and your thoughts and vote for things that we need to do next. We will be doing things like farming towns and fishing villages and port areas and tourist areas and airports and all those kind of things. We will slowly build this region little section by little section. So please, if you haven't joined the Discord, go to the link below, join the Discord and come and have a chat with us over there about what we need to do next and how we need to do it. Also, you can feel free to leave your comments and all those kind of things. The Discord is also the place you can go to find out what mods I'm using. There's a comprehensive list and one that I will keep up to date because I might be adding more assets as we go, more mods as we go, and that list will always be up to date as we go through this series. Okay, so now let's have a look at our region. So this is a beautiful map. It is called Sunset Harbor, which is quite interesting because that's also the name of the latest DLC. Sunset Harbor by Mr. Miyagi. It is also on the mod list, so please go and have a look at it over there. The reason I've taken this map is because it's got a lot of water, and as part of that, we will certainly be looking at fishing. I want to play with the fishing industry a little bit more. I haven't really played with it before, so that's going to be part of what we're going to do. As you can see, we've got some good road connections. Oh, it's also, I've activated all the 81 tiles, so we've got the whole thing to work on, and we can kind of jump from working in an area over here to working in an area over there to working in an area over there as we see fit, and as the Planning Commission wants this area to develop. So that's part of it. So we've got some good connections, good highways. Part of what I like about this map a lot is the very detailed interchanges that we're dealing with over here. So it's really good. We've got a nice highway network that is running around over here. So that's quite good. We've got two train connections. One that runs into the map and next to kind of the coastline over here, all the way into this area. You can kind of see that this area is supposed to be the central, and I think this area should be our port, just because we've got the keys there, we've got all of the rails coming in over here, so we can have maybe the town center or the main CBD, the high-rise town around this bay over here, maybe something like that, with its rail connections that will run through here and feed the other areas. So it's got a railway line that runs up through here also, but anyway, that's where it ends. So we'll have to move it as we see fit, or take the line, build the infrastructure, and take where we want to go with that. Okay, let's have a quick look at what our resources are looking like. As you can see, we're playing with money. I've unlocked all the milestones, so we'll immediately can do anything, but we will also need to meet the demands of our citizens for everything straight from the start. So as you can see, we've got some good areas for farmland. We've got some ore everywhere. A few spots of ore. What is quite interesting is that most of our oil areas is underwater, so we may have to terraform one of these areas to bring that into a nice ore area. That's something that we can look at. Otherwise, we can maybe use the area next to the port here to be our oil extraction area, something like that. There's some nice hilly bits over here, and let's switch over to the height map. So you can see we've got some nice hilly bits over there and over there and over there, and even over here it looks fairly hilly, but it's flat enough to build nice big cities as well, so we can definitely have a look at that. Also very keen to do a little bit of forestry industry. Oh, there's a little bit of oil over here, but of forestry that could work quite well. And then if we look at the fishing, we've got all the fishing varietals over here. We've got some nice tuna areas, only in a couple of spots, so we need to look at that. We've got salmon over here, and shellfish and anchovies and all these kind of things. So I'm keen to get into that and see how exactly that all works. Okay, so what are we going to do from the planning this region perspective? Because I'm not going to be able to build out the road network for everything because we don't have the cash for that. You can see I've messed around with a few things and I've already dropped the cash a little bit. We started out at 750, so I'll need to be a little bit more careful as we go along. This area looks absolutely beautiful. Look at this. Look at these the foamy waters over here. You can clearly see why the salmon really likes this area. Okay, so I think what we're going to do, we need a source of income as a very starting point, and potentially a reason for some of these, these pieces of infrastructure to be here altogether. So I'm thinking this area in here will be a very good, and I don't want to start with fishing. Sorry about that. I don't want to start with fishing because I don't know it really well. So I'd rather get another industry up and running to make us money while we mess around with the fishing industry a little bit later. Okay, so I was thinking, as a starting point, what we'll do is we will do a little bit of a farming town over here. I like the idea of the farming town in here, nice and central, because it feels like it's not going to be messing around with any of our shorelines or areas where we might want where the planning commission wants to have the say in terms of what we're going to do there. So I'm thinking this area right over here. And the way we're going to do that is I'm going to do a small little national road through here, a national road that could lead to a bigger highway or anything like that, or that can link up over here, maybe go onto the islands over here and go over this way. It could work quite well with a national road connection that goes in through there. It can also feed little towns and villages and things in this area, and we need to see whether we kind of expand that later or stick with it as is. So I'm going to go into a bit of a time lapse, and we're going to start that national road right over there. Okay, so that's our first interchange. So now, and as you can see, I've spent a little bit of time playing around with the new, what is it called? Line marking, intersection marking tool. That is absolutely amazing. It avoids using decals. You just basically quickly detail your intersection the way it should work. And I absolutely love it. It really adds everything you need to this whole thing. So that's pretty cool. So there we go. We need a stop line over here and a little bit going on. So there's a little something. If it was a four-way, we would have been able to do the other lines, but at the moment, I don't think you can. Okay, so now, what do we need to do? We need to paint this area out as a bit of a farming industry area. So if we go to industry and we go to farming, can we create that an area? I can't remember how it works. This is a paint an industry area. There we go. So this is an industry area that we'll paint over here. I believe let's do it over here. We'll kind of paint this area over there. And as per always, I need some names for this. So So please tell me what you believe our farm should be called. Empire Industrial Valley. Well, it is a bit of a valley, a little bit. So this could be a pretty decent name. So what we'll do for this town, I'm going to go and grab just maybe let's see about getting a little bit more. Okay, so if I grab this gun, I want to do the small industry road as a bit of a starting point. And I'm kind of thinking, if we look at our height, right, an old farming house would probably be up on the hill somewhere over here to make so you can see over the entire thing. So what I'll do is I'm going to start off a little bit of a road, something like that, right? Just as the road it gets from there, and then from here we will start running it out at as some of this, as some of the gravel road, right? 2-lane gravel road, because that's a farm, right? So that's what we'll do. And I'm not too happy with the industrial road in here. Maybe we'll change that a little bit. But I'm kind of tempted to run it up a little bit like say something like this. So if we do a little something like that and get our farming house or our farming industry starting point up there, yeah, I really don't like that. We'll see about sorting that out. And I'm going to maybe do the industrial component over here and maybe do the fields down here. That's kind of the idea that I had in mind here. So if I'll put the farming thing, if I can grab the farming, this is the farm main building. I'll put the farm main building, say up here somewhere. So it kind of has a little bit of a look down over the fields from there, a little bit. Okay, so let's find ourselves some nice big fields. And usually what we do with farms is we just use the big ones, and you're going to try and put that as straight as possible. So if we snap it, this is the big ones, huh? Large crop, large animal pasture, small animal pasture, large fruit field. So these are going to be about the right thing. And I'm kind of tempted that maybe up at the house we do a little bit of this. Let's get a little bit more road. So if we say we'll run, yeah, I'm gonna try and run it over there. Yeah, that's gonna be good. So let's run a pretty straight line like that. That's gonna be awesome. I think that's pretty good. Then we'll find ourselves some of these, a large grain silo maybe. Up at the house or down here? Let's put the barn up at the house. What are the other fees? Farm maintenance buildings. So we'll put a farm maintenance building up here. I think that's probably about right. Oh yeah, that looks nice. A farm maintenance building, workers and stuff like that. Do we do that? What is this? This is a flour mill. This is a farm workers barracks. Up at the main house maybe. Yeah, it's not too bad, I think this is a good idea. So let's do that. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to grab this road, run it in there. I'm going to run it like this, and then I'm going to see about tying it in like so. So we'll do a little bit of work there. I'll show you. I'll detail this in a bit of a time lapse at the end also. So this is going to be the start of our farming town. So let's see about getting those real big fields in here. Okay, so I'm gonna do this and we'll run it down there a little bit, and then we'll maybe come around. So let's try and run it straight. Let's see about getting a few more fields over here. Why am I missing it? Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's get a few more fields. 1, 2, maybe that's okay, and then we'll let's add one more. That should be enough for now, and we'll grab our road. We'll just bring that around this way. Now I don't quite know what's the distance here. This distance is 135, so this is going to be a little bit too long. We'll see about getting that in there. So maybe that should be fine if we kind of do up to this, and then what we'll do is we'll just maybe curve it a little bit to tie it in, something like that. So it just looks a little bit funnier, or a little bit better, not funnier. a little bit more off center and things like that. So let's do these guys to run out this way. We can even do a 4, or we have 4 of them. So that's kind of the idea. I do like these as fields, and what I do want to do is let's not make it cotton, let's make it something like wheat. I do like the idea, the look of wheat. How do they look? Let's quickly choose one. I don't want the greenhouse. Corn, potatoes, come on. And what is this? So we've got corn, cotton, potatoes, and wheat and greenhouse. So I'm having a quick look at this. I think I like the wheat, the look of the wheat, or the corn. Actually, the corn looks pretty good too, but the wheat, yeah, let's do corn. I'm gonna do corn here. So let's sorry, that's cotton. So if we do some corn fields here, okay, like so, and then on this side what we'll do is we'll do maybe the wheat fields. I like that. We'll do the wheat fields. Okay, so that's a bit of a starting point over there. What we'll do is, I'm really not liking this road here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go the standard road. Actually, I'm wondering if we do something like this, it might look kind of nice, saying, well, welcome to the farm, but trying to keep this quite nice, that area maybe. Or shall we do something like that? Or just the very standard stuff? I don't like the standard stuff either. I think something like this might be about the right thing to do. Let's see, anything else that's gonna look at us a little bit better? No, too many of these things that we're getting here. And even that, we wouldn't really see that going up in the real world. Like that. What is this? Bicycle lanes. No bicycle lanes. I think that's okay. I think that looks pretty good. It means they're keeping this area nice and good as we get there. So if I go and have a look, I think I've got a prop that will actually allow me to remove this, right? Yeah, that's good. Let's do that. We'll remove that so we don't have that guy over there. Similarly, you won't see any of this out there. So I think that's the idea. Oh, that looks pretty good. Then what we can do is I can actually detail it a little bit. Like we can show you how I detail this. First thing, I just try and get the nodes to get a little bit bigger corners. On highway roads like this, you would typically find slightly smoother corners. So that's why I do that. Now let's grab this guy. We'll just get some of the basics in here. Hold down Shift for the solid line in there, and solid line over here. And what we'll do is we'll just get the double dashed through there. That's kind of the idea how we're gonna deal with that. So that's pretty cool there. Okay, so now as the next part of this, I'll do a little bit more detailing around this, and you'll see what we get up to as we go. Oh, I think we could probably do maybe as part of this, maybe let's do a couple of these large animal pastures also. They're slightly different sizing, so I think that's going to be good if we'll do a bit of an animal pasture up here close to the barn. I like this idea quite nicely to do. Quite nice to do that. I might trim that back. We'll see, or we'll actually run the road all the way around. So it's a little bit of trial and error. But so like I said, I don't detail to like the nth degree, but I do like to detail it just a little bit, and that's not exactly what I meant by that. So we'll do something like this. I'm gonna run it up here to the back of the house, something like so. So there we go. So there's a little bit of detail over there. I'm gonna. You probably would find that the fields will have little roads all around them. So we'll do a bit of a field like that, and you know what we could do is we'll run one in the middle like so. There we go, something like that, and then we can put some trees and stuff in there so it looks quite nice. But that's kind of the idea. Actually, what we'll also do is I'll bring in this little road and tie it up over there. So that's kind of the idea that I have with this. Okay, now the next thing that I would like to do, now we're going to get into the whole industrial component of the thing. So if I go and get our piece of road like this, and I'm kind of wondering how we do it. Maybe just on this side, so it's kind of clear which side of the farm we're on. So if we do a little something like that, then we're going to grab this guy and say, well, let's get a flour mill and maybe a slaughterhouse, a milking parlor. Absolutely, the milking parlor. I'm actually wondering if the milking parlor shouldn't be up here somewhere, closer to the stand there. If we do this, we'll have the milking parlor up here. It just makes a lot of sense to have the milking parlor right here next to this guy. So we'll get the milking parlor up there, but the more industrial components we'll get up here. So milking parlor and even the slaughterhouse, I think we can squeeze up here. Ooh, I don't like it. I don't like it. Let's move it in. Over there, something like that. Yeah, that looks much better. Absolutely. Now this is starting to look pretty good. Up here they've got those things going on. Then on this side of the spectrum we'll have something slightly more industrial. So now we're producing animal products. Cattle shed. Even get a cattle shed up there, but now we'll get a flour mill down here. Anything else we'll need? Oh, we've got a nice large barn. Let's grab a barn. Put the barn somewhere over there. That's not bad. And so now we've got the flour mill in here. And as part of that, we'll also get the large grain silo versus the small grain silo. What's that? Just a small barn. Is that it? That's it for this, right? So let's see about getting the grain silos down here somewhere. Okay, so something like that. Now, what you can also do is you can go and just assign it a standard area also. Really? We can't. No, hang on. Oh, it's still the industrial stuff. Ooh, okay, hang on. Now let's get rid of that. We'll run this one in there. I want to do paint a district, but just a normal district, right? Ah, here we go. So if I just do a normal district like this, we'll give it the same name. Now we'll have the ability to kind of say, ooh, and I need to make sure that we assign that to be a farming district. And is there any other bits and pieces of something like this? Maybe the, yeah, so there's a few things that we can do here. Now, as part of this, what we can do is we can say, well, let's, ooh, I've got my, can't see my things. Anyway, I'll have to look, it's a mod that's doing that. So if I just do a few pieces like so, I just want to see what it kind of comes up with if I do zone it out a little bit like that as farm. And what I also want to do is I want to do just a couple of maybe farm stalls or something up here next to the road. So something like that, that could work pretty well over here. See if we can get some farm stalls in there. Okay, guys, I'm going to head into a quick extra time lapse where I'm going to detail this thing a little bit more. And then from there, we will need to hook up power and things like that and see about where we're going to put the town component. I'm kind of thinking town over there or town over there, but that's going to be kind of the starting point of this valley for us. I kind of like what we're doing over here. So we'll see you in just a bit. Okay, and so now I'm back, and that's basically our little farm over here. So now the next thing I need to do is just put in a little bit of a town as a starting point, and we're running out of money really quickly. So what we'll do is we'll start a bit of a town. We'll go into a bit of a town square thing over here. So let's get, oh, and we'll put some snapping back on again, so we can kind of see what we're doing. So this is kind of will be a little bit of a farming town area over there. So if we do 20, yeah, we'll do a little bit of this. So we'll do 20 over here, 20 like so, and 20 like so, and that'll kind of be maybe the starting point of our little town over here. And we can even do something like this. So now this is going to be the little center of town. So what we need in the center of town is we need ourselves a little bit of a clinic. We'll need a police station, and we don't have rural assets or anything like that we're going to use here. We need ourselves a school. And we'll see about a high school and things like that a little bit later, but maybe those are kind of the starting points that we do need. In the center we will have, and now here is the interesting one. I'm going to leave a little bit of space because this is going to be, we're going to try and have a little bit of a rural town center going on here. Something like that going on there. Maybe even a few in the corner here on this side. Maybe even a little something over there, something like that. We'll do that. Now we will do nice big low density houses. I've learned this trick that if you do them 4 at a time, then you get the best fill-in effect going on basically. So we'll get some. Well, actually, these are 3, right? These aren't. No, they are 4. Yeah, 4 at a time. You get the best growth, so then you can zone in the rest after that basically. So we'll do a little something like that as a starting point. These 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, so that one doesn't actually work, and that one is too much also. So maybe that's not quite right, so let's try doing that instead. So that's a little bit of a mirror image over there. So in order for us to get a little bit of power going on here, and actually thematically it works quite well to get your power over from the farmlands with the wind power, and it looks pretty cool over here. Look at this, we've got a pretty decent spot right there. So what we'll do is we'll run our windmills down here, and what we'll do is we'll run. Okay, so what we'll run from there, and then we'll just run the power lines kind of down the boundary fence of the farm. Looks thematically to work really well. And then what we'll do is we will run that down into town, and we could eventually get rid of some of this stuff. To be honest, completely honest. I'm not sure what our zoning is looking like at the moment. In terms of getting water, I think we can probably get some water over here. So let's see about that. Let's bring in our water from over here. Okay, and we'll have to pipe that into town and into the farm. So we'll run it down there. Hopefully that is sufficient to get everything there powered. I'm not sure about, and then we'll kind of get the water into town. So I think that should be okay for now. We need to also make sure that we do get the sewage treatment, but actually we can start running it in now, see if things are going to start to pick up. So now people should start moving in straight away. Let's just make sure we can get them with power. Okay, for now what I'll do is I'll do a little bit of this, get that power over there until we can get things sorted out. We do need to make sure that we get some treatment going on. And I'm kind of tempted, the inland treatment plant, whether we can get the treatment, ooh, it's a little bigger, whether we can get the treatment plant out here next to the farm. Actually, it's not too bad idea to have it right in here somewhere. So let's grab one of these roads off of the national road again. Just something like that maybe, and then we'll try that. Get the treatment plant right here next to the national road. At the same time, I'm kind of tempted to maybe just trim this guy back a little bit, just like so. And then what we'll do is we'll obviously tie in this, and we will also need some power out here, and then that should do the trick. Oh, actually, it's got power. It's got power already. Okay, good stuff. So now sewage treatment should be happening. Let's speed things along over here and see that we get our first people in here. Okay, so now those homes have filled in. Now we can do the others. Okay. Fill in the others over there. Good stuff. Could even get another home over there. Another one on the corner down here. Something like that maybe. I believe now I can get rid of this and we should still have our power here. Excellent. So that's the starting point, guys. This is the starting point of our farming community. Oh, we don't have power down here. How? Okay, let's build something that can actually connect it up over there. Maybe a barn or something like that. Actually, and what I'm going to try and do, yeah, we'll do something like this. Let me get the this guy. Oh yeah, because we have a little bit of stuff going on over there. If we do maybe something like this and run that up there, okay, something like that could be okay. Then what we can do is we can slot in an extra little barn or something over here. So let's grab this. We'll get ourselves maybe a small barn to just connect things up from the one side to the other. Yeah, perfect. That's awesome. So now that's actually underway. Things are doing its thing over here. We've got power, we've got water, we've got our first and our basic pieces. Our interchange should be getting some traffic. Absolutely, people are popping off of there and using our interchange. Nice. I think that is working quite nicely over here. We're out of water. Oh, because we don't have power down there. Oops, forgot about that. Let's just grab power out into this general direction to get water. Now, water shouldn't be a problem, and we can start growing our little town over here. This is Empire Farm, it seems, but we would like a name from you guys for that. Now we need to start looking at how we can provide a little bit of basic recycling. So let's quickly grab that before we end this episode. So if we do basic recycling center, I think that's going to be just fine. Hopefully that will mean that, yeah, this looks like a good little spot of utilities right over here. So now these things can be picked up over there quite nicely. Look at that. Okay, guys, I would like to thank you so much for joining us. If you do want to support the channel and you want to buy City Skylines, I will have an affiliate link in the description below where you can do those things. Please tell me in the comments what you want to see next and what you think of the build that we've done thus far. We will need to expand this area. Obviously, we need tons more people to come and live here. I am playing with the mods, the realistic mods over there. So it'll take us a lot of time to get a population that's well and truly big enough to feed the farm and all those kind of things. But hopefully we should be able to get ourselves, at the moment, we're costing a lot of money, but we should get the farm profitable fairly soon. I mean, these things are being produced, but we're importing stuff. Interesting. That balance should shift, and we should start making some money. Okay, guys, I'll see you next time. Please hit that like button. This is a new series. Share it with your friends, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.